Hello students. In the last video on the lesson history of novel, we have seen the introduction and beginning of the novel. In this video, we shall see the contributions of the various writers right from the 17th century up till now. As you can see on the screen, there are so many novels. Out of this, The Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan and Oronuku by Aphra Behn, they both initiated the plenteous and colorful tradition of English novel, and these two novels were followed by Daniel Defoe's Robinson Crusoe and Moll Flanders. Also, Jonathan Swift's Gulliver Travels. You have already, looking at the picture on the novel, you already must have guessed the story of this book. We are all very much known to this story. It's a very famous satire. Other major novelists of 18th century are Samuel Richardson, who had written books like Pamela or Virtue Rewarded and Clarissa. These both were epistolary. Now, what is epistolary? Epistolary is a literary work which is in the form of letters. So, the novel, you will see that those novels are in the form of letters. So, these two books, that is Pamela and Clarissa, these two were epistolary novels. Okay. Then we have Henry Fielding, Lawrence Sterne, and Tobias Smollett. These also writers were one of the well-known writers of the 18th century. The tradition was enriched by many other stalwart novelists such as you have Charles Dickens, then you have Walter Scott, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Horace Walpole, and many others. Now in the 20th century, the novel was written in a particular characteristic way. What was the characteristic? The novels of the 20th century, they were marked by modern topics. So the topics which were written in these novels were not the ones which were of the previous ages. Those were the modern topics, the things that were taking place in the modern times, innovative styles and techniques, and widened angles of views by the novelists. Now, among the writers of the 20th century who had all of these characteristics were E.M. Foster's, James Joyce, Joseph Conrad, Henry James, George Orwell, Graham Greene, D.H. Lawrence, and many such. What they did is they widened the circumference of the genre by writing on political stuff. They wrote about the social issues, they wrote about the psychological issues, and many other issues in the modern times in their novels. Also, there were these immigrant writers. Writers means writers of the other places except from those European countries. So you have writers like Salman Rushdie from India, V.S. Naipaul from Trinidad, and Kazuo Ishiguro from Japan. These are one of the famous immigrant writers, and there were many more such writers. Okay. Now, the most important part, that is, till now you must have seen that all the writers basically were male writers, but also the female writers contributed a lot to the field of novels. There we'll see a number of novels which were written by the women authors or novelists. Okay, let's see. Now, the novel which came into form that time, the novel of manners. Now, what is novel of manners? Novel of manners is work of fiction that recreates a social world. Okay, what it does in the novel, it conveys very finely detailed observation of the customs, okay, the customs, traditions of the society, the values of the society, and more of a highly developed and complex society. Okay, so all this type of characteristics were present in the novels that is known as the novel of manners. So you will see a detailed focus thrown on the social living manners of the characteristics in the novel. So that kind of novel is known as novel of manners. So you have novel like Evelina by Frances Burney. Okay. Also, you have Gothic novel. Now, what is Gothic novel? Gothic novel it is a fiction which has a prevailing atmosphere of mystery and terror. So you will read that novel. It is a mysterious novel. Okay, all the things that are happening there are mysterious, and also they bring out a lot of terror in the minds of the readers. Also, they are called Gothic because its imaginative impulse was drawn from medieval building. Okay, if you see the building structures of the medieval times, then you will see, that particular description of the buildings and the ruins. All of those things are described in the novels. So, such novels commonly use such settings as, like, castles or monasteries. These are equipped with subterranean passages, dark battlements, hidden panels, trapdoors. So all these things are the characteristics of the Gothic novel. Okay, so Gothic novel was written by Anne Radcliffe. You can see in the picture. A novel based on science of the age was known as Frankenstein. Okay, it was written by Mary Shelley, and these all novels like Evelina, okay, like I told you, the novel of manners, then the Gothic novel by Anne Radcliffe, and a science novel that is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. These are the landmark novels. Okay, then we have Jane Austen. She has been ruling of the minds of the people through her novels. Like if you read those novels, then you still remember, and these are all classics. So people who are very much interested in novels and reading stuff, they are the ones who have definitely read these novels. And Austen novels are very much famous among the vivid readers. Okay, so also we have Bronte sisters, Emily Bronte and Charlotte Bronte. So here you can see Emily Bronte. She had written the novel Wuthering Heights. Okay, and Jane Eyre was written by Charlotte. Okay, then you also have the next novel written by Mary Ann Evans. Now, her actual name, what we know her by, is George. Mary Ann Evans is her real name, but she is also known, or famously known by the name George Eliot. Okay, so she is one of the strong novelists that we had, and she used to reflect have novels which would reflect the psychological insights of the characters in the novels. So you can see the famous quote that she says: "The strongest principle of growth lies in human choice." So what choices in life you make, according to that will you define your growth. So if you make good choices, then you will grow towards good things. If you made bad choices or wrong choices, then you will grow in that manner. Okay, so this novelist, that is George Eliot, her novels are really very well known for the psychological feelings, the thoughts, and all of those things of the characters. Then you also have Virginia Woolf. She is the pioneer of the stream of consciousness. Now, stream of consciousness is the technique in English novel. Now, what it actually means is it's a literally style in which the character's thoughts. So you will have various characters. Like there will be a shopkeeper, or there will be housemaid, or someone like that. But their thoughts and feelings and reactions are depicted in a continuous flow. Okay, so there will not be any interruption, or there will not be, like, sudden inclusion of someone coming into the picture, something like that. No, her thoughts and feelings of the characters will be continuously shown in the novel, uninterrupted by objective description or conventional dialogue. So you will not, like, usually we have novels where you tell a particular incident, but while you tell that, you describe the things around, like maybe the shops or the houses or the trees or the gardens or the birds, something like that. But in stream of consciousness, you will find that continuous thoughts and feelings are only shown in the novel, and all the other descriptions are completely avoided. So such kind of novels was known as the stream of consciousness, and James Joyce and Virginia Woolf are the ones who have used these techniques in their novels. Then we have Agatha Christie. I'm sure the ones who have read, who read novels, or the ones who read, they must have definitely read Agatha Christie's novels. And her novels, they created her own place by writing various novels. And her novels, if you see, they are based on crimes. Can you see the titles of the novel? See, like Death on the Nile, After the Funeral, 450 from Paddington. So all of these novels are crime based. Then Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple are the evergreen detective novels which were written by Agatha Christie. Then Harper Lee, Margaret Atwood, Toni Morrison, and Alice Walker have elevated the tradition further to prosperity. So we can see on the screen the various famous women novelists who have created a great benchmark for themselves by writing most amazing novels of their times. So, uh, whenever you get time, just grab a novel and start reading. I'm sure you will definitely be attracted with some kind of writing skills that these novelists have used in their novels. And reading, my dear students, will always take you a long, long way. Okay, so I'm sure you have understood the various novels which were brought right from the 17th century up till now, and the various authors or the novelists, not only men but also women, who have contributed greatly to the field of literature. Next, we will proceed in the coming video. Until then, thank you and have a nice day.